because there is a constant part. So did we now clearly understand the part, and now how to compute it in the sense that the output of LTIC system of a for a given input. Okay, so there might be that there are other equations and other solutions are too, but the main thing is that in the LTIC system we always have to think of linear time invariant system. That means linear, the thing of homogeneity, and also additivity, and last of all they have time invariance property. Okay, there is another thing, that if you use impulse response of a system, a constant coefficient differential equation is used to specify the input output characteristics of LTI system. That means it's a tester. If you find each of the analysis, if you find the input output characteristics has a constant coefficient and differential equation that we have got from the previous example, this kind of systems are known as LTIC systems. In this section we will formally define the impulse response and illustrate how the impulse response of an LTIC system can be derived directly from the differential equation modeling system. So there is a definition here of LTIC system. That is the basic thing to find out an LTIC system. The impulse response is HT. What is an impulse response? It's like that in point 0 there is something value, but in t is greater than 0 or t is less than 0 there is no such data there. In 0 there are some data, a value of a, amplitude a, that is known as impulse response. Okay, these kind of things are known as impulse. And if the value of a is equal to 1, that is known as unit impulse. It's one kind of function too, unit impulse function. Point of time t, it is 1, it is unit impulse. And these kind of functions are also denoted by delta t. Delta t means unit impulse. This kind of thing, the condition is the value t, the delta t is equal to 1 if t is equal to 0, otherwise 0, otherwise it's any kind of value. Okay, so that is known as the impulse function. So in the impulse response, HT of an LTIC system is the output of the system when unit impulse delta t is applied at the input. That means if we apply unit impulse into the input, the following notation, the impulse response can be expressed. That means delta t is transformed to HT with 0 initial conditions. Because the system is LTIC, it satisfies the linearity and time shifting properties. Linearity and time shifting properties. Okay, so two properties are there. If the input is a scaled or time shifted impulse function, scaled means multiply with a. I have told you in the signal properties in previous slides, basics on signal. Just go on to the lecture that I have given before, basic on signals. You can see here scaled, that means amplitude scaled. Amplitude scaled means just coefficient or multiplication of certain value in front of the total function. There is a total function, that's the multiplication here, a. So that is a scaled function. And time shifted you know better, t minus t naught. If it is minus, minus, that will be time delay. If it is plus, time advance. The time shifting property, please go to the previous lectures on signal, basics on signal. You will be clear in that sense. Okay, so if the input is a scaled and time shifted impulse function, the output of the system is also scaled by the factor of a and time shifted by t naught. That means if it is an LTIC system, after transformation nothing will be changed. The scaling property will remain same, the shifting property will remain same for any arbitrary constant a and t naught. That means that any kind of value that you given on a and t naught, if it remains same, these kind of systems are comparatively an LTIC system, and we know it as an LTIC system. So that is the definition and a very very easiest way to find out an LTIC system. In previous equations or in previous example, that is just like when you solve some kind of practical circuits or circuits of RLC circuits, series circuits, you have to prove different parts, the relationship between the input voltage and the voltage of the inductor, the input voltage, the voltage of the capacitor, the input voltage, the voltage of the resistor. Here, if you put such impulse response and you could find out nothing changed, so that is an LTIC system. So that is more simplified option than the previous one. In the previous system, you have to find out a differential equation, a certain differential equation that satisfies certain conditions in the differential equations, quadratic, not quadratic, second order linear time second order linear constant. So that will be LTIC system. But here, if you just put the unit impulse to the input, if you get the same result, LTIC system. If you put scaled and time shifted property and also you get the same thing, it is dedicatedly an LTIC system. So my dear students, if you do the example given below, you could understand it clearly. So there is an example 3.4. Calculate the impulse response of the following system. How do you calculate it? The impulse system, impulse response. That is the time shifting property, and that is scaled time shifting property here. Okay. The impulse response of a system is the output of the system when the input signal xt is equal to delta t. So transform it to delta t. The impulse response ht can be obtained by substituting yt by ht. Just substitute it, yt will be ht. That means you are just doing the impulse response thing, and that will give you to the ht. Okay, just apply the delta t in the input section, just like this transformation. So you will get ht. Xt will be delta t minus 1, it is 2 delta t minus 3. So that is one kind of a LTIC system. So nothing can change here, nothing is changed. But in secondary option that I have that you see here, for input xt is equal to delta t, the resulting output yt is equal to ht. Is that correct? That can be ht. Yes, it is ht. dy dt ds dt 2 delta t. Obtaining by substituting xt delta t yt ht in equation 3.28, we will use theorem 3.1, that is the theorem that I have given before, that that I have told you before. Just apply this, then you can find it out. Okay, now